Okay, hello again, Gaming World of YouTube, and this is the third time I have shot this video, because I am very unsatisfied with the way that all of them are seeming to turn out. So, basically what we have here is an inline 4 engine, and I am going to attempt to make some very interesting engines as part of a new series or something. I mean, I've been doing virtual GT engines, which is really nice. I like that series. And I plan to continue doing it as long as I can. But in this case, this game has some very interesting sound effects and whatnot. And there's a lot of tweaking that you can do to get some interesting sound effects. So I'm just going to try and go for it. I'm going to do a before and after here. And that just came off the top of my head. I think that a before and after would be really nice for this, because if you get to hear what one of these sounds like before versus after, I think you'd be very surprised. Now, what I'm actually going to do is I am going to tell you what I did here to make the engine family, and then I am going to go ahead and I'm going to tell you now that I plan to do a naturally aspirated, just average build, and then I plan to also, after that, I'll tune it up to be some sort of monstrous machine. Kind of like virtual GT engines, except I'm not looking to try and make... Actually, you know what? This will appear in virtual GT engines. Take a bet now in the comments. Either double or triple the horsepower, or neither. Take your bets. Alright, so what I have is, it's an inline 4, aluminum. It's 135 cubic inches, 2 valves for modern OHV. The top head is aluminum, no VVL. We're just going to do some average building here, and we're just going to so this is average. This shouldn't take too long. Let's make it a little sporty. I'll go ahead and go back to that later. BVT. What does that do? Oh, it's variable valve timing. So is there actually a difference in... Okay, so if I go up... Sorry, I'm getting off on a tangent here, guys. Just let me have this. So there's none, and then there's... It doesn't do anything. Not visually, anyways. There should be a third arm somewhere in between the two that are already in there. Okay. I want to go for... that. And we're good. Naturally aspirated for this first build. We're going to do injection. Mechanical port injection. Single port EFI. Make this a little sporty, so we're going to do performance. Regular unleaded, and doesn't need to be adjusted. A little bit higher. And these inline 4s will do some pretty gnarly RPM limits, but let's just set that at there for now. We're going to do short cast. No bypass valves, no catalytic converter. Straight through and straight through. And let's see what we get. It's reaching its RPM limit. That's wonderful. So let's knock it down to a good That's actually not terrible. So I'm going to open up a document, and I'm going to write 135 horsepower, HP, and 127 foot-pound. Okay, not terrible for some sort of economy car. That's not exactly... Alright, that's not bad, actually. I'm kind of satisfied with the result. Maybe I'm a better engine builder than I thought. Although that is a sucky engine, and I would totally not drive with it if I had to. Actually, I might. It's not too bad. So we're going to make a new variant. Variant 2. Okay, so we're going to go with like everything in the best possible... We're going to try and make is, let's see, the compression, I need the cam profile alone for now. Variable valve timing, there we go. And, okay, turbocharged with a race turbocharger. Actually, I'm just going to make it custom. I'm going to make it real big. This is probably going to kill everything. Intercooler, air-to-air large. Oh, wait. Yep, and then injection. We're going to do direct port injection. Throttle per cylinder and race configuration. We probably got to make that blue now. Oh, we can do that. That's better. I like that. We're going to do premium. Actually, I say we should just stick with this. Nation timing advanced. Let's see if we can do that 6500. Short cast is all we can do here. I'm going to do bypass valve. No bypass valves for mufflers. Catalytic converter, we're going to do no mufflers. And let's see what it'll do. Okay, let's see what we're getting in terms of... That sounds a lot different than what we were doing before. So yeah, that's, I'd say, pretty good. Except I can't get the other menu to come up. Got turbo lag, that's nice. Okay, that's unacceptable. We need to be making at least twice that. So let's see. The cam profile will do better for this because we're doing a turbocharge setup. We're going to just do that. It's already pretty close to... see if I can get the compression any higher. And there, it stops right there. We're almost at double. If I bring down the maximum boost, then that should increase it by a bit. Oh, that actually decreased it. What does that look like? Interesting. Let's try ball bearing. Oh, that does not, it does not like that. What is it not like? Nope. It does not like that. Let's knock down the compression a little bit. Then the intercooler can't take it. Why can't it take it? Okay, so I'm going to go back to the turbocharger. We're going to put an air large, and then we're just going to go back over here to here. The compression was higher before, I swear. Oh, that's nice. Real nice, actually. I like that. Did I change something I wasn't supposed to? Nope, I don't think so. I did. Nope, I guess I didn't. Oh wow, that's impressive. So, I'm going to lower it down to about here, and I'm going to continue lowering that AR ratio. And we're going to raise the compression back up. Alright, so we have a monstrous almost 400 horsepower out of this little engine. So let's see what it sounds like now. Alright, well, I say I would say let's stick it in a car and see what it does, but this is not a car test. This is supposed to be a moderate build. Let's see if we can go any further. Okay, so actually there is a way we can go a little further. I guess not. So, let's see. That doesn't help at all. Helped a bit. I'm trying to bring down the there we go. That seems to be about ideal. Okay, so we have that. I'm going to go right on the notepad document. I'm going to change that to 391 HP and 316 foot-pound. Right? Ideally, if you built an engine like this, then you'd probably want to stick it in something that has a really high spacing ratio. But it doesn't make a lot of horsepower down low, I will tell you that. So let's see if we can fix that. Oh no. So engine failed due to knock. Oh wow, that's interesting. .405 horsepower now. I feel like that should actually be recorded. Oh wow. I think that is about as far as we're going to get. So that right there is 451 horsepower at 364 foot-pound of torque. Hold on. Let's see, there may be a way to increase this if the engine doesn't blow itself up after doing this. So we're doing 7,000 RPM. That reaches 500 horsepower at peak levels. Now let's see if we can, let's see, it's the compressor. Let's see. Okay, let's see if we can get ho ho. 25 pounds of boost. Let's see, can we get any higher on the RPM limit? Actually, we can. We can get to 75,000 RPM. Let's see, though, if I can get that. Dang it, I can't get the compressor any higher. So it's 500 horsepower right there out of that little inline 4. Wow. Let's see. And that's all starting to drop right there. So let's see if we can go back to the cam profile. Alright, I'm going to record that. So we currently have 516 horsepower at the top end and 367 foot-pound of torque. This is insane. Though I would not want to drive this at low RPM. This is like one of those moments when you see the racer driving down the street and it's like, VTEC, yo! Yeah, that right there is VTEC. I totally have to laugh. Okay, so I can't think of what to do next except to raise. Oh, hey, you know what? We need to, because there's some airflow restriction. What? Did I just lose power, or did I? We gained power! 375 foot-pound of torque and 528 horsepower. That is amazing. Alright, so that's currently what we have set up, and honestly, I am very surprised about this. I mean, I honestly did not expect that to happen at all. Like, at all. So, I will keep this engine family. The GT mod inline 4.1. Okay. Unless I already have a GT inline 4. I think I have that. You know what? If anyone has a request to see this put in a vehicle, I would totally do that for you guys. I mean, honestly. So, let me go ahead and whip out my handy calculator. Where is that thing? It's down here. So, on. Yep. I have a calculator on my screen right now, and I'm going to do some math for you. Because I suck at it. Because I haven't been in school for quite a long time. Anyways, 135 horsepower. No, if I do that, that'll be backwards. Okay, 580, no, 200. I can't speak. 528 horsepower, not times, divided by 134.5. Almost 4 times. Let's see how this adds up. Let's see. Equals, let's see, plus 135. So double what our original answer was would have been 270, 405, and then 540. And it's not quite to 4 times yet. So let's see if we can do some tweaking to get it to 4 times. So that number right there is 540 is what we're looking for. There's a little bit of tweaking that did help, actually, because we are now making 3 extra horsepower. Okay, we're like 2 horsepower away from this, I swear to science. Yeah, that's not going to work. So we need to maybe something with the turbos. Actually drop some stuff. Okay. Let's see if we can drop some premium quality fuel into it. Actually, let's stick with that and try to run it. Yep, there we go. Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached quadruple what the original horsepower was, and there's still room to grow. Let's see how far we can get it up. Wow, that is incredible. Snap, crackle, pop. Now I'm gonna save this right here. And I'm gonna try. Will the RPM limit increase? And if so, that. No, it'll kill the turbos. Alright, so that is about what we're looking at right there, and let's see if that'll survive. That is an actually effective engine, except that it makes all that horsepower at the top end. Okay, let me stop moving around for you guys. Okay, let's see. If we want to make this a more reasonable build, basically any car that you stick this in is probably going to have to keep it redlined around the VTEC level right about here. This is 5,500 RPM, and that's 7,500 RPM. So yeah, interesting stuff. And at this point, I can't think of exactly what to do to it now, so I'm going to record those numbers. So 70, I hit the space bar. We actually managed to make it into the 404 number for foot-pound of torque. And we know that's 4 times the original horsepower, but the original horsepower is more balanced. So let's see if we drop this to a lower number. Wow, that sucks. Yeah, that's about what we're getting. Okay, I'm going to save that. So, honestly, I really was not expecting that at all. Let's see what the statistics are on this thing. So it does like to snap, crackle, and pop whenever something passed in front of my screen whenever that turned off. Wow, that is incredible. Anyways, as we discussed, the amount of power is 570 at peak RPM. That's in horsepower. Kilowatts, I don't know the math. I will post it whenever I post this to YouTube. 404 foot-pound of torque. I don't know what the metric is for that. Red line is 7,500 RPM. Performance index, that's in-game thing. Throttle response, in-game thing. Loudness, it's pretty loud because we put straight through stuff. Smoothness, I'm assuming that's smooth. Reliability, I'm assuming that's reliable. Required cooling. Kilojoules per second. That's not the most cooling I've ever seen this game make for a car, but that's something. I mean, that's all turbo right there, and that's a lot. Doesn't weigh a whole lot, I don't think. I don't know if this is in. Yeah, that's all in inches. There's your size right there. 20.5 for the length. 18, and then 17. That's about your dimensions. $2,000 a year for maintenance. Emissions not applicable because we're using unleaded fuel. Economy, not real high. Fuel octane. Alright, just real quick, I'm actually going to stick this in. I can't stick it in a vehicle. Okay. Well, like I said, guys, if you guys want to see this stuck in a vehicle, I will gladly stick it in a vehicle for you guys. So, yeah. Alright, if you like the video, go ahead and, I do stuff like this on a regular basis. Or not a regular basis, I've been pretty inactive for quite a while, and this is probably the video that I'm happiest with right now. So, if you really want to see more stuff of me just fooling around and screwing stuff up, it's kind of what I do for a living. So, feel free to subscribe. If you don't like the video, then shame on you. And quite honestly, don't hit that dislike button because that makes me feel really discouraged and that everyone hates me. except I know that's not true. And I really hate to say subscribe, except that it makes a difference because it makes me feel motivated to do stuff. And you know, YouTube and its gamers are beautiful people. Gamers are misunderstood. So hope you enjoyed the video.